NFL writers and analysts ranked the NFL rookies through 4 weeks of play. There were two notable omissions from the top 10. Cardinals QB Kyler Murray and Giants quarterback Daniel Jones. Raiders running back Josh Jacobs had the top spot, and Gardner Minshew was the only quarterback in the top 10. So, Shannon, do you agree with Kyler and Jones missing out on that top 10?
Yeah. I have no problem whatsoever with Kyler Murray being left off, Skip.
Top 10.
He has not been a difference maker this season.
So 10 players have been better than Kyler Murray.
1,000%. If there's such a thing, I don't know if you can get better than 100%, but if there is something better than 100%.
You'd probably say 1,000 rookies have been better than Kyler Murray.
There's not that many. There's only 1,500 players, so
Okay.
how many rookies? I don't know about how many. I know Tim's been better than him, Skip. So stop interrupting me. Skip, I don't know if anybody knows this, Jenny, but Kyler Murray has been really bad in the first three quarters. Did you know they played 4 games? They're 0-3-1. And in those first 3 quarters of those 4 games, the Cardinals, with Kyler Murray at quarterback, has scored 2 touchdowns. In the first 3 quarters of 4 ball games.
Yeah.
That's what Kyler Murray has on his resume. He has 0 wins, 20 sacks, and 2 touchdowns in the first 3 quarters. And you were like, and that's impactful? Worst yards per attempt, first 3 quarters, 5.6. Skip, is that good? Can I interest you in that? No, I didn't
My
think.
turn?
No, it's not your turn yet. Daniel Jones has been a difference maker. He should be on the list just for his first game alone. He might have had the best first game for a rookie quarterback in NFL history. 2 touchdowns throwing, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns running, and the game winner. Now, yeah, it took an act of Congress and a hand of God for him to win the game, but that's neither here nor there.
Took the hand of Jameis.
But, Skip, we've seen him be a difference maker since he's entered. They've won 2 games. They're not winning that game. If Eli's their quarterback and they get down by 18, as a matter of fact, I don't think Eli's ever won a game like that. So he should be on the list just for that alone. But Kyler Murray not being on this list, I have absolutely no problem because he doesn't deserve to be on the list, and you know it.
I don't know if anybody knows this, Jenny, but football, at least the game I watch, it consists of 4 quarters, not 3. So you're saying period, end of story after 3 quarters for Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
So we're going to rank him just off his first 3 quarters of his first 4 games.
Okay, now you can rank him by 4 games. How many games they won? Okay, so keep him off the list. There you go. Okay, so we're going to do it like that right there, Jenny.
Wins, losses?
Yep, we'll do it like
don't
that.
count?
Yep.
Ties don't count yet?
Here's what I've seen so far. The upset of the year in the National Football League was orchestrated by Kyler Murray in his first ever NFL start against the Detroit Lions, who, by the way, beat your Eagles and Philly. They beat the Chargers. They took my homeboy to the wire the other day. It took him converting a 4th and 8 with his legs to survive at Detroit. That team got tied in Arizona because that little quarterback said, watch this. In his first ever NFL start in the 4th quarter, he goes 15 of 19 for 154 yards. That's just in the 4th quarter. I think the 4th quarter counts on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it does.
It's not a 3-quarter game. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Anyway, 15 of 19 for 154 just in the 4th quarter with 2 touchdowns, and they pull off a tie. And some people were all over Cliff Kingsbury because he did not go for it at the end because they could have just gone for
Yeah, because he didn't want to be 0-16.
Okay.
So he's like, I'll be 0-15-1, but I don't want to be 0-16.
But the most impressive outcome of any game, the biggest upset, was the tying of Detroit.
Stop playing, Skip.
What are you talking about?
Tie ain't no impressive. Ain't nothing impressive about a tie.
You keep telling me how bad Arizona is, I keep telling you how good Detroit is.
Stop it.
That was the most impressive performance of the year by an underdog quarterback. You can top it. Show me a better one, because you can't. And then
Minshew has been better.
Okay, but those aren't upsets. That's a good football team.
No, they were not. They were underdogs.
Okay,
They were underdogs at Denver.
Hopeless underdogs.
Yeah.
Okay. So then he turns right around and he goes to Baltimore. You've been beating the drum over there for Baltimore all year long. The Ravens are really good. They're good on defense. Kyler almost pulled it off again. He goes crazy in the fourth quarter again against Lamar Jackson. It took Lamar Jackson hitting Hollywood Brown right up the rail with the throw to save the game for them. So there's two really good games. And by the way, in that game, he went 25 of 40 for 349. 349, and he's not in the top 10.
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, interesting. So those were obviously the best two debut games since Cam,
yeah.
right? And Cam went 400, and never could set the bar too high, I feel like.
And your guy hadn't been past 250 again.
Okay, well, again, but again, what the game I watched, because I watched it Sunday against Russell Wilson, looked like he was at it again in the fourth quarter. Right away, fourth quarter, he goes 8 plays, 80 yards, and scores on a quarterback draw. And I thought, uh-oh, he's going to pull it off again. And guess what? Russell Wilson took the ball and went 90 yards for a touchdown the other way because Arizona is not very good on defense.
They're not very good on offense either.
They're not very good in the offensive line. It's Larry Fitz are kind of busting the receiving core. And I thought David Johnson would really tote that rock, and he's turned into Todd Gurley. I don't know.
Oh, now you blame the offensive line. You didn't have no problem. But when I tried to tell you, Skip, when I said, Skip, he's leaving the best offensive line in college football, going to the worst offensive line in pro football, you like, that little guy's special. He's going to change life. He ain't changed nobody's life. He about to change his mind and go, like, I should have been on that field, that diamond last night with the A's.
So
it's a lot safer.
Oh, he's not there yet.
Yeah, you think about that.
He might have pushed them over the top last night.
Whatever. Can he pitch? He ain't gonna save any of them home runs because he wasn't bringing. Skip, he's 5'7". He wasn't bringing none of those home runs back over the field.
He's not 5'7".
Okay, my bad, Jen.
Give him a few more inches.
Okay, he's
Don't make it worse.
He's 5'8" 3/4.
So let me get this straight. The quarterback who debuted in the first two games with 308 yards passing and then 349 and pulled off the comeback of the year to tie the Lions and nearly beat the Ravens at the Ravens is not in the top 10?
No.
Okay, so I look at these players. Brian Burns, I liked him. You know, he's pretty out of Florida State. He's been pretty good. He's a nice player. Darnell Savage he's been nice for Green Bay. I'll give you that.
Gardner Minshew.
Okay, Josh
the
mustache
Allen, man.
The other Josh Allen for Jacksonville. I've watched Jacksonville a couple times. He's never jumped off my TV screen. Loved Chase Winovich. Loved him last year. He's just great.
I missed those interviews.
Yeah, there you go. And he's really fun. He's kind of the new Gronk, except he's on defense for the Patriots.
Hold up.
Yeah.
And Kyler Murray jumped off the screen?
Oh, has he?
No.
Oh, man. Electric.
You know what? You know when he jumps off, all you got to do is don't watch him until the fourth quarter. Because he ain't doing nothing the first three quarters. Because he tell you that he threw for 308 against Detroit. And he threw for 154, if I'm not mistaken, in the fourth quarter, right, Skip? He had 154 through three quarters. So what was he doing? So I just want to know what's he doing in the first three quarters.
I want to know what he's doing in the fourth quarter because it's the money quarter.
They're behind.
Always been money in the fourth quarter. He was at Oklahoma, and he is now.
They've been behind.
All I'm asking is, we get down to T.J. Hawkinson, and I liked him coming out of Iowa. Has he changed life for the Detroit Lions? No.
If you don't mind me asking,
2 TDs.
the Cardinals picked number 1 overall. Right now they're 0-3-1. Has Kyler changed life?
Well, he's on his way to. You've been telling me all year they're a bad football team.
They're on their way to be
pulled off a tie of the Detroit Lions. That's life-changing for Arizona.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, but the point is, does he belong? I just read off these players. Has he been better than those guys?
No.
More impactful? Just by virtue of the position he plays, he's far more impactful.
Which should keep him off the list because if he plays the most important position and they got no wins, he should be off the list because he has an ability to be more impactful than the guys that are on the list.
They got a tie of the Lions. You won't give him that.
Do you guys get to come to your restaurant for ties?
No. No. I won't even open my door.
Well, you wear a tie.
No, dude. I've got a tie today. I've been very good today. No, he can't come to my restaurant. I don't have high chairs.
No.
Oh, my bad. Jenny, no, Jenny. It was you, Jenny.
That was rude.
You, Jenny.
I set up the tie thing. I didn't make it about a high chair.
You wear a tie because it's all you can hope.
No, Skip. No. I mean, Skip, you heaping praise on a guy for getting a tie.
Been extraordinary.
No,
for a bad team. Why did they pick first?
Because they're a bad team.
Who's their new coach? He went 26-30 at Texas Tech.
But you didn't say any of that when they got Kingsbury. Kingsbury's like, boy, if I had the number 1 overall pick, I would take Kyler number 1. You got him. And what you got? Well, we're not going to show anything in the preseason.
I expressed my doubts about Cliff in Arizona.
But Jenny, hold on. Kingsbury and Kyler said, we're not going to show anything in the preseason. Well, you hadn't shown anything in the regular season. So when are you going to show us something?
Is Detroit any good? Help me out.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Let me ask you a question.
They almost beat your homeboy.
Let me ask you a question.
They had them.
Let me ask you a question. Are they going to make the playoffs? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Okay, then. So when
look
they
like they're on the way.
No. Say on the way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to Roscoe's after the show.
Really?
I might not make it there, but I'm on my way. That's my intent.